All right. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. And his first pass is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, it's Keenum. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Keenum. Hey, right on cue, they set up the screen and complete it. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first carry for the former Cleveland Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56. Gone. Now let's go. Blue 90.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Gone. Set. Green 39. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run with a second-year man from Louisiana, Elijah McGuire. And he's brought down after a good game. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now let's go! Detroit! Blue 90! Detroit! Blue 90!
Here's Darnold now on second down. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Gone! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Check! Patriot!
Here's McGuire. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Darnold throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Steve McClendon with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the gun, here's Keenum. Drops it underneath for Booker. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Let's go, let's go.
On first down, Keenum. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out.
Let's go, let's go.
Working from the gun, Keenum. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
From the gun on third down, Keenum. He'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. They will go for it. It's Keenum. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Keenum again. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Emmanuel Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Jets. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now it's Darnold. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here's Royce Freeman, the first carry for the rookie. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Keenum. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now the handoff. It's Freeman. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Avery Williamson in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
22. Down.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
3rd and long. It's Keenum. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And McManus able to put it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team
And the Jets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! 3-19! 3-19! Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
On 1st and 10, Darnold escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Darnold, hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And this now 3rd and 11 after that 2nd down completion actually went back a yard. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep, Adam Jones. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10.
On 53.
The final shot before half for Keenum. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This will field it at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run with McGuire. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Domata Peko, the one to get him down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
39. Watch him now, Barney. Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone!
3rd and 2, Darnold. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Over, over! Over, over! Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54 Mike. Watch QB drop! Watch QB drop! Check 31, check 31! Detroit! Detroit! Motion, motion, check, check, check! Shift! Kill, 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 kill!
On the carry, this is McGuire. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
All right, here we go. Green, 39! Green, 39! Black 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check 4, check 4. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
Darnold on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
On first down, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, we're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Darnold now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Freeman again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Broncos on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Play action. It's Keenum. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They do go for it. It's Keenum. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
Hey, yo, let's go, let's go.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. He's going to air one out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Keenum. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more.
Roger, Roger, Roger. Hey, go, Roger.
They are going for it. Keenum. Sanders has it over the middle. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now McGuire. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. Leopard.
Here's Darnold now on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Anderson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Buzz. Be ready. Hot.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
No.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Detroit! Set! Blue landing! Gone!
Darnold eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Here we go now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone. Detroit. Roy.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Again, Darnold. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Detroit! Gone!
Darnold to throw again. It's caught on the left side by Curse. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here's Jones. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do snap it to Keenum. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. Keenum now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Booker on 1st down. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A 2nd down carry for Booker. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Keenum. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now it's Keenum. And no, it's incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And now out come the Jets. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Gone. Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Let's go.
this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Broncos on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Now Keenum. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. A gutsy decision there, going for it on 4th, but they got it, and that likely puts an end to this one.
Indeed, it was gutsy because there's so many other options they probably could have exercised in that situation, but they bet on themselves, and it paid off.
Keenum wants to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, but he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, headed in the red zone. But anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Trying to draw the final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right? Where you get a little bit of extra, and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for Denver,
woke up in a